Uh, how's that feel to just be somebody that young girls look up to and, a model for them,
It's nice
essentially?
because I didn't have it at all. I didn't meet my first woman in EMS until a solid like 6 months into my EMT career. And it was very isolating. You don't realize how, I don't want to say dominated, but truly like dominating this career was. Even just back in 2020, I was one of three females, I think, at my service. Uh, at my old job, I was the only female on my shift for a very long time until we had a couple others come on. On my current shift, I'm one of two females. It's you don't realize how isolating it really is. And now I have these amazing and powerful women that I look up to in EMS. Some of them are my best friends, but when I do see those comments, it's like it's comforting because I know I didn't have that. And if I can be that for someone, it makes all of the crappy things about social media or this career worth it. Uh Kind of going back to the armchair quarterbacking comments and stuff. Like, yeah, they suck, but when I do see these videos or I do see these comments tagging me and stuff, I'm like, it's so nice.
Hmm.
I will never forget how I felt as a new EMT. And I always had to go on ride alongs with these grumpy instructors, or my first FTO ever was a male. And it was one of those males that I'm like, you really should not be in EMS. Like, it was such a demeaning FTO and beat me to a pulp when it came to training. And it was so refreshing when I got switched to a female FTO. And it, like, not talking down on men whatsoever. I've had my FI preceptor in paramedic school was a male and he was wonderful, but it was nice because you had someone that you could relate to. And yeah, I'm sure males feel the same way sometimes when it comes to other males, but it was 6 months into my career before I met another female, and I'm like, "That's not okay." So, the fact that I can be that for someone is, like, healing my little EMT self.
Yeah. No. I've witnessed a lot on scene. Female providers I work with, some patients, just the type of things they've said to them and
Yeah.
treated them different. What's the most unhinged thing a patient has ever said to you because you're a female?
No, I saw this on your list, and I'm like, "Man, I can't think of a lot of unhinged." I mean, obviously, we have the mean
That's
things.
good. Well, that's good if
Yeah,
you can't think of.
it is. I mean, I've had the hands up my legs. I've had, like, when I go to start IVs and I pull their arm over and I'm like, "Hey, no, I didn't put your arm there. You're gonna put it back." I've had those things happen to me all the time. I had a paramedic student with me 2 summers ago, and he was a male, and he couldn't find an IV, so I tried to start an IV. I had a patient just tell me no. I was like, "Nope, I trust him more." And I was like, "Okay, you trust the student more. That's great. Good for you, I guess." It ended up being just it was a male to male thing. I'm like, "Whatever.
Yeah,
It's fine."
yeah. Can't imagine. That's frustrating.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. And I'm like, "Well, you know what? You're choosing your patient care at this point, buddy. All right."
exactly.